Have you ever wanted to visit some abandoned places or sites completely devoid of any signs of life? Surely your answer would be no. However, it's important to know that there are many people around the world whose passion lies in visiting such places. Here lies the true secret behind the disappearance of some individuals or the descent of others into madness and mental illness due to the horrors they witness. These places are likely haunted by jinn who would never allow you to approach the place they inhabit. Today, through Stories of Reality, we are pleased to present to you one of the most powerful stories combining horror and romance, A Love That Killed. We hope you enjoy this tale. This story revolves around a young man named Omar. Omar is 26 years old and works at a telecommunications company in the city. Despite his friends enjoying spending their free time on fun trips or doing sports activities, Omar had a different opinion. He loved spending his free time visiting completely abandoned places, not just a deserted house, but entire areas devoid of inhabitants. Although Omar's friends advised him that this might be dangerous, he didn't listen to them. Omar saw it as an exciting adventure, especially since he would film the houses or areas he entered and share what he saw on social media, which made him famous. In fact, Omar didn't do this for money. His passion was simply exploring these places, though he did decide that there was no harm in making a little profit by showcasing these videos on his social media pages. One day, Omar heard about a house located in a very remote area. The eerie thing was that the entire area was deserted, not just that house. But Omar was eager to visit it, especially since many stories and rumors circulated about it. He went alone to the area and stood in front of the house. Everything seemed normal, the area was completely empty, and the house looked just like any other old, abandoned house. Omar thoroughly inspected the house but found nothing. Strangely, nothing happened to Omar inside the house. He didn't even feel the presence of jinn or anything unusual, which disproved all the stories people told about the house. That night, Omar returned home to get some sleep. While he slept, he dreamt of a very beautiful girl. She was smiling at him at first. Omar woke up feeling very happy that he had seen her. The strange thing was that this girl began appearing in his dreams every night and became Omar's friend. Even though it felt very strange to Omar, he also felt joy and happiness. It got to the point where Omar began taking sleeping pills just to fall asleep and see this beautiful girl and talk to her every night without interruption. Suddenly, one day while Omar was walking home from work, he saw the same girl he had been talking to in his dreams. Omar was shocked and desperately wanted to talk to her. Despite how strange it felt to approach a girl in the middle of the road and speak to her, the way she responded encouraged Omar to do so. The girl smiled at him, as if telling him she was the same girl he had been talking to in his dreams. Omar went over and spoke to her, and indeed, she was the same girl. Omar didn't notice how strange things were because he was so delighted with his relationship with the girl. Over time, Omar fell in love with her, and his day wouldn't be complete without talking to her. As time passed, one day the girl told Omar that she wanted to meet him and go on a trip with him. This trip would be a surprise for him. Of course, Omar didn't hesitate to agree. One night, as Omar was walking with the girl, she suddenly transformed into a terrifying creature. Omar felt as if he were in a nightmare. Omar shouted, "What is this? Am I dreaming? What is this nightmare?" Imagine the dream you've been having turns into a nightmare. The girl you loved and were even thinking about proposing to had now turned into a frightening monster. The girl's voice changed as she morphed into a horrifying creature. And she said, "If you go back to that area again, it will be the end of you." The creature then disappeared, leaving Omar feeling like his dream had vanished. He was furious because he hadn't realized from the start that this reality was just a delusion. Omar did not heed the creature's warning and went back to the same area, challenging it. Omar disappeared, and when his friends started searching for him, Their search eventually led them to that abandoned area. Omar's friends reached the abandoned house, and there, they found parts of Omar's body scattered in front of the house, as if a wild beast had attacked him and torn him to pieces. His friends were horrified and informed the police, but they never found any answers. Only Omar knew what happened, and now he's just a corpse.